The power intuition. Why do we need to study probability in general? Okay, so the world around us is very uncertain. Okay, everything around us, we don't know what will happen exactly, and probability gives you the measure of this uncertainty. How do we measure this uncertainty, whether something will happen or not happen, whether it's impossible or whether it's certain, and everything in between? Probability is the language that captures this uncertainty. Okay, so let me define what is probability. So first of all, probability, what is this? So this is the base, and from here we start. So probability, if we say, it's the numerical measure. So I'll keep on defining the terms also for your benefit. So this is a numerical measure. Okay, it's the measurement of likelihood or chances, or chance of a particular event to occur. So this is probability in general. For example, tossing a coin. When we toss a coin, we get heads or tails. So we toss a coin, we get head or tail, and the probability for each one of them is, say for example, if we say probability of head, what is probability of head when we toss a coin? It's a fair coin, so it's 0.5. Similarly for tails. Okay, and then we roll a die, we get numbers in the range of 1 to 6. Okay, that is there. Similarly, we will define the other terms. So if we're going into the other term, that is event, so the range of values that probability takes is, the range is from 0 to 1 and everything in between. So in general, what you have studied till now, you say that if the probability is equal to 0, you say that something is impossible. And if you say if the probability is equal to 1, so you say that this is certain or sure. So we'll discuss about this understanding also. This is not the exact definition. We cannot say probability is 0 means that event will not happen. That's impossible. Or if it is 1, then it's certain and surely it will happen. Okay. So generally in probability terms, we say that it is, if probability is 0, it means that it is highly unlikely. We don't say that it's impossible. It's highly unlikely. Okay, and when the probability is 1, we don't say it's certain or sure. We say that it is almost sure or almost certain. So that's the definition. I'll discuss about these two terms in more detail, why it is so. I'll explain this to you with the help of an example that is very easy to understand. So we use this term also, that is in the common terms. Also in certain cases we say this is the definition, but this is the more general definition that we should stick with. This should be our understanding of probability. Okay, so let's begin. So let me define some terms before I proceed, so that it's easier to understand. So before when I mentioned you, right, so this is the thing I mentioned to you, that particular event. So what is an event? Okay, what is an event? So anything. So you do any experiment like tossing a coin. Okay, when you toss a coin, that's an experiment. Okay, I'm doing an experiment, let me see what will happen, whether it will be a head or a tail. Okay, I don't know. So you do an experiment, you try to find out what is going to happen. You roll a die, okay, a fair die, and you can get anything in the range. Okay, anything in the range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't know what's going to come. So that's an experiment, and you can get anything in this range, any number in this range. Okay, and when, okay, so this is the range. And for example, if I say that I want to find out, okay, that what this is my event, that my event is that whether 5 will come or not, and I want to find the probability of that. So my event is occurrence of 5. I want 5 to happen, and then I'll measure its probability. So let me define the event for you. So event means, so when I say event, Event means an outcome or a set of possible outcomes of an experiment, as I mentioned here, right? This is an outcome, or a set of possible outcomes of an experiment, like rolling a die. Okay, these are my events, whether I can get a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a 6. Okay, any one of them. Okay, so to define formally, an event is an outcome or a set of outcomes that is possible. Okay, outcomes of an experiment. If we toss a coin, we'll get either head or tail. So tossing a coin is head or tail. We get. So this is how we represent a set of events. Okay. So for example, okay, as I mentioned, if you toss a coin, you will get whether a head or a tail. Okay. So we have defined probability. We have defined what is an event. This is the base. Okay, the base. You understand what is a probability now. That's all. So that's all we have for this video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day and see you again in the next video. Bye for now.